On behalf of myself, my family, and my Hotshot Trucking Training Course channel here on YouTube, I would like to sincerely and genuinely thank all the men and women who have suited up and sacrificed to defend our country and make it possible for the rest of us to live our lives every day and pursue the goals that we pursue. Thank you so much. This course is 95% complete. Last week when I mentioned the course during Weekly Money, I was just finishing up my outline and just starting to record the 34 different lessons that this course is. This course is 34 different lessons. There's tons of information, tons of explanation, tons of detail, tons of step-by-step hand-holding, walking you through how to start your hotshot trucking business to be successful and be in compliance with all the rules and the powers that be. So I decided to put this out in 3 different versions. First, the 34 lessons themselves. The course, that's the meat and potatoes, it's everything you're looking for. That'll be the least expensive version. But as I was putting this together, I thought, man, there's more that I would have liked to have known early on. And I really laid it out and came up with 5 different topics, 5 different things that would have really helped me if I knew it way back in the beginning. I put those together, kind of made 5 little individual mini courses, and I'm sandwiching them with the main 34 lesson course itself. And I'm also going to add to that group coaching call. You buy this course, when you listen to it, you're probably going to have some questions on how to execute some of these steps. So I have a coaching call with, 10, 20, 25 people on it at a time. And you can ask your questions about, what's in the course, and I'll be able to guide you along. But the third option is what I am ridiculously excited about. So I'm not sure how familiar many of you are with real estate and what's called pre-construction real estate. But let's say you go to buy a condo. You can walk into it. It looks nice. You buy it. Or you can buy a condo that's about to be built and you buy it before it's even built. You buy it what's called pre-construction. It's not even seen yet. It's a patch of dirt. There's like bulldozers hanging around. So basically, when I was building the Ready, Set, Prepare course, I was also simultaneously outlining and preparing the Money, Money, Money course, which is the course in which I explain every single detail about everything I do every day to make money on the road as a hotshot trucker. How I dispatch myself, how I factor my loads, how I talk to brokers, how I negotiate my loads, all that stuff. So that's all in the Money, Money, Money course. It's not built yet. It's like 40% done. But the third option that I'm going to offer to everybody is I'm going to bundle these together. The Ready, Set, Prepare course, which you can buy and download immediately, and the Money, Money, Money course, which you can have in a couple of weeks once I finish it all up. Well, I'm almost there. That is super exciting. So if you want both courses at once, that's an option. So again, the 3 options are the Ready, Set, Prepare course itself, the Ready, Set, Prepare course on steroids with the 5 bonus mini courses, and the coaching call with me to answer your questions about that first course. And thirdly, the Ready, Set, Prepare course bundled with the soon to come Money, Money, Money course. I'm super excited about these 3 options. I hope you guys are excited too. I will make an announcement on YouTube this week, and by Sunday, Weekly Money, you guys will have these options. All right, let's jump into Weekly Money. The $950 load that I picked up on Friday in New Jersey had to go all the way to New Hampshire for a Monday delivery, almost to the Canada line. This pretty much took up my whole day. Nothing came across the load board Monday on my way down from New Hampshire, and Tuesday I had to be home because my lady had to be in the office, so Tuesday was a daddy daycare day. But I did manage to book a load on Tuesday that picked up on Wednesday morning. While I was there, I filmed a step-by-step how to tarp a load video. This is one of the bonuses that's with the Money, Money, Money course. I grabbed this small load leaving Massachusetts on Wednesday, delivering into Connecticut. Can't beat that, but those little loads got a little complicated. Operation here is a little bit busier. It's a small rental place, not like a United Rentals. Just that part of this load is going here. Those 2 are going somewhere else. That sounded good, but it was really the opposite. The loaders wrote the name of the town the load was going to in chalk on the actual load. The thing is that they wrote the wrong town on the wrong loads. Thank goodness that the forklift operator at this site read the paperwork that I gave him to sign rather than just signing and giving it back to me. He caught the mistake and saved me a whole day of going back to swap loads. That would have been an absolute nightmare. So these are the 2 pieces that are supposed to be delivered here. Yeah, they were tagged with the name of my first of 2 stops for this load. I didn't read the paperwork. Thank goodness that the offloader at the other site read the paperwork, and he caught it. So if not, these would have been where they weren't supposed to be. What was supposed to be there would have been here, and then it would have been a matter of me going back to swap them, and that would have been a mess. So lesson learned is read your paperwork. Thank goodness it wasn't an expensive lesson or a timely lesson or a time-consuming lesson, but that's the lesson. Read the paperwork, make sure that what you're being loaded with is what's on the paperwork, and make sure that what you're unloading or being unloaded for or with is what's supposed to go to that stop. Man, I've been running too much to even make a video today, so I'm just gonna summarize a lot. So see, I had my stops today that I picked up Mass. I picked up Mass yesterday, had 3 stops today. One was a little mixed up, sorted that out. I've been trying to get down to the Jersey, Pennsylvania area, because even though Pennsylvania is farther than I typically go, one of my direct shippers, shout to you, Andrew, again, love you, man, you and Fred out there in Mass, they connected me with somebody who has something in Pennsylvania coming back. Me and that gentleman negotiated for $1,000 rate on that item coming back. So I've been trying to get down there because I don't want to deadhead 5 hours, because then that would have diminished the $10,000. I wish that would have diminished the $1,000 rate that I had on that item. So I found something going to Jersey. I'm actually picking up a flatbed, like a Hotshot flatbed, but without the wheels. So the customer was like, listen, if you want to put stuff on top of it on the way back, knock yourself out. And I'm like, man, I want to. But the thing is, by the time that I drop off what I'm about to pick up tomorrow in Jersey and make it to the pickup for that $1,000 return, I don't know if I'll have time before everything closes on Friday at 3 p.m. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely a tight squeeze, but somebody's got to do it. Got to make it work, guys. This was a reverse only. I'm in New Jersey, New York. Space is a commodity, and usually not a lot of space to pull in forward, straight and back around, or turn around in the back of buildings. So this was a straight back end job, and they unloaded me here in the back. So you just got to be able to back in. This was one shot. I was able to back in, and now I'm getting unloaded. I don't cuss in my YouTube videos, but man, I want to. This is a pile of blank right now. It's Friday. Man, it's effing Friday is what it is. All right, so the first half of my day was fantastic. The second half is an absolute crapshoot. I'm trying to do my best to keep this G-rated, man. So, all right, I picked up a load Thursday, ran it into Jersey this morning, Friday. I woke up at 4, was on the road by 5, dropped it off at 8 a.m., made it back home. Drive was great, smooth, great fuel mileage. Fantastic. No issues, no harassment, no issues, no problems at all. I also, on Thursday, I booked a load to pick up on Friday afternoon and sit on it until Tuesday, drop it on Tuesday after the long weekend, after the Memorial Day holiday weekend. 5,000 pounds, one piece, going to XYZ address in Massachusetts. I arrive here. Mind you, on the way here, the broker's like, dude, I called him and I said, dude, the Raycon, this is a big deal. The Raycon says the delivery date is today. I said, there's no way I can deliver today. I'm 10 minutes away. I'm an hour ahead of schedule, what I told you I was going to be there. I told you I was going to be there at 2. I'm going to pull up at 1, so I'm early, which is great on my end. I'm about to pick up this load, but there's no way I can get to XYZ part of Massachusetts in 2 hours. They close at 4:30. I said, I have to get loaded, secure, drive. It's Memorial Day weekend, Friday. People are all over the road. There's no way I'm going to make that. And I said, plus we spoke about a Tuesday delivery. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. The date on the Raycon doesn't matter. If you can make it today, great. If not, Saturday or Tuesday works. And I'm like, okay, that's very convenient, but just change the date, the delivery date on the Raycon to reflect what you just said. Oh, no, it's no big deal. I'll send you an email saying the date is right. No, man. I said, I've been in issues before where they say Raycon rules. Whatever's on it is what flies. And I'm like, oh, but so-and-so said, or I haven't, doesn't matter. What's on the Raycon is what matters. So he's like, no. Well, if you don't want to pick it up, then I'll just cancel. I mean, what do you say? If you don't want to pick it up, I can take you off the load. Dude, I'm 15 minutes away from home. I was like, okay, not a problem. So that backfired on him. And then he says, what else did he say? He goes, oh, shoot, I forgot. I remembered. So then he says,
Well, it's gonna take me like 2 hours because I left my home office and I'm on the road, so I won't be able to get you that new Raycon with the updated date until at least 2 hours. So you're gonna have to sit and wait. He was hoping I would have said, no, don't worry, I gotta run. And I was like, I can wait. He got heated. And I'm like, dude, I said, I'm sorry. With all due respect, I'm not running a load with a Raycon that has a delivery date that I'm not gonna meet. Because then if I don't make that time and date, which I'm not, then they can say, oh, we're gonna deduct X amount of dollars or percentage off the load because you were late or because you missed the drop-off time. Or they can go even further and say, we had equipment set up to unload you and you didn't show up on the right time and day, and now we're gonna dock you for the crane or dock you for the rented forklift. No way, dude. Then I may end up paying to run this load. Not happening. So then I get to the shipper. I'm at the shipper now. I'm supposed to pick up one piece. Those two pieces on the ground are now my load. The Raycon does say it's 5,000 pounds. It doesn't say how many pieces. That's 4,700 pounds, both of those combined. So, okay, it doesn't matter, it's two pieces. The weight is right, I'll take it. But it also says strap and go, no tarp. This is wood. It needs to be tarps. This guy's crazy. Lastly, the address on the Raycon, the delivery address on the Raycon is not what the shipper has. So they've come out to my truck 3 times already and said, where are you taking this again? I show them the Raycon. They're like, we don't have anything going to that address. So now they're trying to communicate with the broker to get the address corrected. I don't know if my address is right, if the shipper's address is right. I'm guessing the shipper's address is right. So this broker, who seems to have chaos going on at home while he's trying to work from home in the Corona era, or maybe he's just disorganized, whatever. Either way, not my issue. This load seems like it's not gonna deliver when he wants me to deliver it. It's gonna deliver when it can deliver, which we agreed upon initially would be Saturday or Tuesday. I need the date to be reflected on the Raycon. Secondly, I need the proper address on the Raycon. So, and then he said, I said, look, man, if this is too complicated, you could just cancel the load. It's fine. I don't mind. He was like, oh, I'll cancel you and I'll put you on our do not call carrier list. What? What did I do wrong? So now I'm being penalized for this guy's inefficiencies and lack of order. Really? Dude, be careful. Read your paperwork. Confirm your paperwork. Read your paperwork. Confirm your paperwork. Worst case scenario, this doesn't smell well. This is not passing any kind of test. If I need to leave this load right here because they can't figure out the address or because I just don't feel comfortable with it, I have no problem with that. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, the plot thickens. So the loader just came out to me and said, hey, we're trying to get in contact with the broker who you booked this load with. We found out that the address you have is different from ours because we have the actual company's address that bought this shipment. What you have is the job site that it's going to. Okay, no harm, no foul. I've experienced that before. But he said, by the way, we're leaving at 2:30. It's 2:03. And I told the broker, if I don't have an updated Raycon, by the time these guys leave, I'm out. So I may end up blackballed by this certain broker, which I'm not concerned about it because this is my second load with them. You have to be on, you have to be an active carrier for a year to be on with them. And I've been over a year for what, days, weeks maybe? So in a whole year, I've made a living without them. I'm not concerned about being added to their blackball list. Or was that a scare tactic from him to try to get me to just take the load with incorrect paperwork? I'll keep you posted. All right, so I'm at the point where I don't even want this load anymore. It's $400 going 115 miles. The rate per mile is good, but the headache is not worth it. So now I have like administrators from the business, from the shipper coming out and asking me, am I gonna take the load? And I said, I don't mind taking the load, but I need my paperwork corrected first. They said, they're waiting for you on the job site. I said, it's impossible for me to deliver today. It's not gonna work. There's not enough time. So they're putting pressure on me to take the load, but you gotta stand fast because nobody looks out for the driver but the driver. There's no company behind us as independent hotshots that are fighting for us. It's the broker who wants to make money and is pushing something on you. It's the shipper who has to leave soon and wants you to take this load so that they don't look bad. And it's the receiver who wants the load. And in the middle of the whole wheel, the hub of the wheel, is us, the hotshot driver. Listen, I'm not gonna be shorted or made to look bad or get the short end of the stick for anybody. They can keep their $400. They can blackball me off their broker list. I will go home with a clean conscience, because if this broker would have had his ducks in a row and business in order and house in order, I would have grabbed this load, strapped it, and took it, and been no issue. By the way, the Raycon says no tarp, strap and go. And I quote, the shippers are saying, no, that always goes with a tarp, which means that even if I get updated paperwork, I then have to call this broker back and say, hey, not only do you have to correct the paperwork again to show that it needs tarps, which you don't have to put that on there, whatever, but I need to be compensated for the tarping, at least $50 to $100. So now we have to get into renegotiations about rate. I don't even want this load anymore. So the next piece of this video will be letting you know whether I took it or left it.
Once I bought this Sunday, 30 minutes later, that shiesty broker was not even on my radar anymore. So this week was a bust money-wise, but let me explain. Not every week is going to be great. This week was pretty bad financially because I made two bad decisions, none of which I could have really, anticipated. One was that shiesty broker, I wasted my time, and that $350 didn't come to me. But more importantly, I could have been somewhere else earning a lot more money. The only reason I took that low-paying load is because it was literally picking up 20 minutes from my house, going in a direction where there's good money. But because I decided to walk on that guy, that went, and so did the time associated with it. So that's that. As far as my planning for my Pennsylvania load, if I would have taken that Pennsylvania load and ran it on Friday, that would have been another $1,000 added to my bottom line. But I didn't, because I decided to wait until the following week and book another load coming back with it to make the most out of my trip. So yes, this week was kind of a bust financially, but it is what it is. I look at the month as a whole. So, hey, on a brighter note, during this coming Sunday's Weekly Money episode, I'm going to make the Ready, Set, Prepare course available by itself and bundled with the Money, Money, Money course. I'm only going to offer them for 5 days, though, because then I want to take them down and see how the activity went. So you may want to start thinking about how you want to grab it, by itself or bundled with the Money, Money, Money course. Totally your call.